What would you make of that? Are you happy with the point? I mean, it's not an easy place to come. Do you come to win, but then after the way the game went, you go,
Yeah, that's probably exactly it, mate. We came to win, we set up to win, we started the game well, but it was a game of, it was end-to-end. Wow's, it was end-to-end. So I think when you lose and you get a draw, it feels more satisfying. I think if we were winning and we dropped 2 points, it feels like, it did feel a bit like, I don't know, not the world's against us. Sometimes away from home, it feels like, you don't feel like you're on the right end of a tackle, you don't come out with the ball, or the right end of a set piece header or something like that. It felt a little bit like that. And I was getting a little bit irate with the fourth. Cool. So it did feel a bit like that at times. So you sometimes, I mean, obviously I've been in like, I don't know, 2,000 pro games or something crazy, but you feel like, you know what, it might not be our night, because we had loads of opportunities to score and it just weren't going in, and they defended really well, and we go winning 1-0 at half time, and I wasn't too disappointed with our performance. I just thought in the final third we weren't as good as we could be. That's what it felt like. So we weren't as sharp, but again, you have to respect the opposition. They're doing everything they can to stop us, and they did. So to get a goal late on, I did think we'd probably go on and win it, and Scotty Hogan got clean through right at the end. I thought, oh my God, he's just one little stride away from being completely in, but it wasn't to be. So if you're not going to win, you just got to pick up a point away from home and put it in your top pocket and get on the bus, and that's how I see it, really.
I mean, the first half was, there were chances. I mean, their clearest one, I think he blazed over, and your clearest one, Heather Murphy just swings at it, and
it's a bit of swing and a miss. And we had a few shots to the side netting when you're thinking, oh my days. So it was an exciting game. Obviously, both teams were trying to go for it. There was probably a bit more emotion in the game because of the obvious reasons. So, which made it an entertaining game. I would have paid to watch it, but as a manager's point of view, it's not so much fun because it just felt a bit more open. I just felt that in the second half, after we scored, we could have had a little bit more control, take another pass, but then I think that we were so eager to score. Sometimes you're like excitement, that's probably not the right word, but your adrenaline, like you need to come off it a little bit and try and make better decisions. But generally I can't knock the lads' effort and desire to win, and they're disappointed they haven't. So in that respect, from my point of view, I'm pleased, and it looks like we're going to have to try and freshen the team up for this weekend.
Luke Offord, he had a hand in 1 or 2 on Saturday, and popped up at the back stick, one of those where it can fly over, but he's managed to keep it on target.
Yeah, it was like a very cushion of all cushion headers, wasn't it? It was like, you know what, I'm going to just sneak it under the goalie's reach. But the good thing is when you see the goal back, like it was the second phase, but he'd moved, so he didn't just stand in the middle of the six, and he could see him when I watched it on the on the side of the pitch. He moved himself into a position of space, and sometimes in life you reap rewards from hard work, and he tried to get himself a goal scoring opportunity, and he took it. So I'm pleased for him. It's another mug I'm going to have to pay for, which is not so great for the finances, but pleased for him. And we defended pretty well. I don't think we let up many chances, although at times when you're the away team, it feels like the whole fans are like trying to suck the ball in and all that. But I think when I watch it back on the way home, I'll be pretty pleased with a lot of it. And like I said, I just think that it felt like a game that we could have won 4-2 or lost 2-0, weirdly. Yeah. And in the end we draw 1-1, so that's how good I am with guessing scoreline. So so on the whole, like, the disappointing thing is Joe looks in a bad way. But I thought Aaron came on and was amazing. He's some kid. In fairness, I thought he was our standout performer, and considering he's playing left back, and he definitely isn't a left back, but I thought he did really well against possibly their most dangerous player. So that's positive, but we're going to have to try and refresh a little bit for the weekend.
Joe Tomlinson, I mean, he kind of tried to run it off, and now it fears that it may be pretty nasty.
Yeah, it looks pretty. Well, I don't know. I can only tell you what I think I know. Like, his foot's in a boot, never a good sign. It was underneath his foot, never a good sign. Like if it's a kick or his ankle sore or something like that, it always sounds, when they talk like that, it always sounds a bit more sinister. And plus, when the physios went on, the message to me was straight away that he's in trouble, he's got to come off. Which that early in the game, I appreciate the lad corkscrewed him up. So whether he, turned quickly and landed funny and there's some plantar fascia, I don't know. But it's not great, obviously, and as lucky as this side of the window, possibly.
I mean, you probably were a little bit light left-hand side, shown by Aaron Domain coming on anyway, but obviously maybe hastens things.
Yeah, it definitely does, hence why my director of football is waiting for me after these chats. We were looking to obviously bring another full-back in anyway, because in the building we haven't got loads. So that was, and you're right, it definitely sound like a classic, but sharpens your pencil a little bit. And like I said, if this had been October the 1st, it would have been a bigger issue, and it would have made me flip to a 3. So hopefully, I'm saying all this, Joe might wake up tomorrow and feel amazing. He won't, but he might do, and he might be fine by next week. We don't know, but it definitely highlights the weakness in our squad.
The mugs, what is that, per goal or per player score?
No, first goal of the season. They get a mug with their actual goal. So hopefully the photographer's got a good shot. I have to pick the photo on the way home, and then we have to get them printed up for Thursday when they come in. So we obviously have a picture for the win wall and the clean sheet wall, of which neither I need. So I've lost a bit of money and gained a bit. So that's how it works.
Okay, so are you more celebratory if a player scores another goal this season, like if Patson scored again?
Yeah, it's good. He doesn't get any more mugs.
No,
he doesn't get any more mugs. So if I had it my way, Pato would get 52 goals.
Yeah.
And then Gilbs can have like 30, and that would be plenty. Yeah. I think 82 goals, a few clean sheets, we cracked it.
Yeah, awesome, thank you.
No worries.
How impressed are you with your side for coming from behind the way they did? Because it was, go right on the stroke at half time can be a bit of a killer blow sometimes.
Yeah, I think I said to him in there, like this sounds awful, but the team I inherited with 4 games left was sort of felt a bit sorry for themselves, a little bit podgy, a little bit used to, a little bit used to losing. And I understand it, because it was the end of the season. They probably didn't have a lot to play for, but they did. But just felt a bit sorry for themselves. Whereas now I don't think that. I think they feel sorry for themselves if they can see that they're desperate to get a goal back. So the confidence in the group's really good. So the fact that they kept going and we're desperate to try and get that goal is credit to the characters we've got and the characters we've brought in to add to the group.
It was a blood and thunder kind of game, wasn't it? I mean, they were challenging, flying in from moment one.
Yeah, it did have a little bit of edge to it. I don't mind it as long as it's ref consistently. It's fine with me. So I'd rather tackles fly about. I just thought that for both teams, they were on the attack. We'd get it. We'd then go right down to their end and get a chance, or vice versa. So both sets of players to get through that is some shift this early in the season. But yeah, it did have a few stops and starts.
Yeah, I mean, there was some dramatics down on the touchline, I think, from both dugouts at times. But it felt like one of those games where both sides had a lot riding on it.
Yeah, well, every game you're in, you got a lot riding on it. So we're trying to achieve something, as every team is. But every game you're playing is a chance for 3 points. You've got to try and go for 3 points. And I asked the lads to play on the edge, but not step over the edge. If I see anything, they don't need to deal with it. We'll deal with it on the side of the pitch. So we try and protect the lads as best we can. But I thought generally the game was refed okay. It was just a few things that I obviously see with biased eyes, don't I? As if you ask their bench, they'd see with biased eyes, and unfortunately, that's the honest truth. So when I watch it back, I think, actually the ref got that one right. It's just the old classic though, the footballing classic. When there's a throw-in coming in and the refs already spoke to the people in the box, everybody in the world of football knows as soon as they throw it, he's going to blow. So that was the only thing I got wissy at half-time, going, look, if that happens, you're clever enough to go throw it short, get it back. And so I just thought we became a little bit one-dimensional, a bit in periods of the game, which is disappointing. But I also understand that the lads' enthusiasm to get that goal has probably fogged their mind a little bit.